Hi.
Hi.
It's a beautiful day, isn't it?
Yeah.
You don't deserve to be outside enjoying the sun.
What?
You should be in a cave.
Oh my God, I will vote. I will vote for Donald Trump. Oh my God, I will vote. I will vote.
For many Americans, the promise of making America great again came with expectations: lower prices on day one, a better economy, stricter immigration policies, and financial relief. But as grocery bills continue to rise, federal aid being cut, people losing their jobs, some voters who once supported Donald Trump are now experiencing what we like to call buyer's remorse. Let's take a look at what they have to say.
I was a dumbass, voted for Trump. It was the worst decision I ever made.
I feel guilty because I voted for Trump twice. I feel very guilty because I feel responsible. That's why he's still running.
I regret my vote for Trump.
I voted for Trump. I'm done. I don't have any more resilience in me.
Yeah, we voted for Trump in 2016, 2020, and 2024. We live in the Florida Panhandle, and we thought that this would be good for our business, but we're finding out now that we were wrong, and I want to publicly say that we are regretting our votes at this point.
Hey y'all, so I've been seeing it float around that there are some MAGAs who actually do regret voting the way that they did. And what I have to say about that is good. Because honestly, the more you regret the thing that you've done, the more uncomfortable it is for you to sit with it, the more likely you are to remember this for next time. Maybe you're finally going to admit to yourself, I was wrong.
We hashtag leaving MAGA when it finally affects you. So you FA'd and FO'd and now you're leaving. How many people I've come in contact with have been like, we messed up. Like clutching their pearls like, oh, we messed up. Yeah, you messed up. You think? And unfortunately, guess what? Even if he gets impeached, we're stuck with Vance. You screwed us.
When you guys all said that you were voting for Donald Trump because he was going to bring mortgage rates down faster and grocery prices down faster, well, he already said he's not going to bring grocery prices down. And now the Fed is saying those rate drops they promised to be cutting in 2025, they're not going to be able to do that because his tariff policy is so inflationary that they're not going to be able to drop those rates down the way they said they were gonna.
Voted for Donald Trump. My aunt is on Medicaid. My aunt is a cancer survivor. She's going to lose her Medicaid. This is exactly what she voted for. Did people think that they were personally exempt from his abhorrent policies? Like, he could take away Medicaid from someone, but not from you?
President Trump did not betray you. You betrayed yourself. You lied to yourself to justify your decision to vote for a madman. And you didn't care about the things he said he would do, because you figured that would only hurt other people. But now that it's hurting you, you see the problem with it. But you was perfectly fine with him hurting other people. Anyway, it makes sense that they would want to erase Black and Native American history, because we're a constant stain on them, aren't we? A constant reminder that nothing they got here was earned. Everything they got was off the backs of others. Not only did they occupy the land that belonged to someone else, they didn't even do the work to build this bitch. Those of you who voted for this shit and it backfired, I keep telling you, you reap what you sow, and what you wish for others is gonna come right back on your ass. Fuck around and find out.
The president will be implementing tomorrow a 25% tariffs on Mexico, 25% tariffs on Canada, and a 10% tariff on China for the illegal fentanyl that they have sourced and allowed to distribute into our country, which has killed tens of millions of Americans. These are promises made and promises kept by the president.
Trump vowed to tackle inflation, but the reality is that inflation has only gotten worse for many people. Those skyrocketing prices at the grocery store and gas pump, not quite the economic miracle MAGA voters had in mind. What was supposed to be a quick fix is looking more like an ongoing struggle for a lot of people, and it's hard to ignore how far off those promises feel now.
Trump is insane. He is nuttier than squirrel shit. And I always said he would bankrupt this country the same way he bankrupted his casinos and the whatever 40, 45, 48 other businesses he bankrupted, because that's what he does. He's an egomaniacal piece of shit And he doesn't care what he does to the United States. He will burn down the United States if it means he can rule over the ashes.
I got a question for everyone who voted for Trump because they thought he would fix the economy. Who are you blaming for the fact that the cost of eggs has continued to rise even though he's president right now? Who are you going to blame when the cost of our produce skyrockets because hundreds, if not thousands, of undocumented immigrants did not show up for work yesterday and therefore did not pick our produce because they were afraid that they were going to get deported? Who are you going to blame for that? You can't blame Biden. They didn't show up because they didn't want to be deported. Biden wasn't trying to deport them. Who's trying to deport them? Who are you blaming for when the cost of everything that we import from China, Canada, and Mexico goes up because the tariffs that are being imposed on them are being now offset onto us? Who are you blaming for that? Biden? He's not the one imposing tariffs on these countries. Trump is.
It has just been announced that tax increases will be happening if you make under $360,000. And tax cuts were just announced for those that make more than $360,000. For those of you who make under $360,000 and you said he wouldn't do it, well, this is a fuck around and find out moment. So welcome to paying more money.
To the Christians who supported Donald Trump, congratulations. You got what you voted for. And now is going to be the true test of your fidelity to your faith in Jesus Christ. If you're truly faithful to Christ, I hope you're willing to stand up and speak up against President Trump every time he uses rhetoric that demonizes the poor, the oppressed, the least of these. I hope you're ready to stand up and speak up against President Trump every time he privileges those with power and wealth instead of standing up for the least of these and those who are marginalized.
No. I don't know why y'all keep saying this. No, we're going to stay right here. Donald Trump is a racist, sexist piece of shit, and we're going to stay here and repeat it as often as the hell we need to say it. So, no, stop saying this.
A lot of people think that if we can just get through the next 4 years with Donald Trump, that people will finally see how damaging he's been, how racist he's been. I'd be able to turn a corner, and there'll be some other leader that they can kind of erase some of this, and that we'll be back to normal. Unfortunately, history doesn't prove that to be true.
Trump first came into office, it was really loud. Proud American, flags here, red hats there, and all of us crickets. Quiet. I haven't seen a single video of a proud Trump supporter. Are you guys okay? Are you guys embarrassed? Are you guys tired? What is it? Oh, I know. You guys took those jobs that these illegal immigrants left behind when they got deported. So now you guys are busy working 10, 12-hour days. So by the time you get home, you're absolutely just drained and tired where you can't post. Is that what it is? But for reals, I want to know because we are concerned. I'm hoping you guys are okay. Is there anything we can do for you guys? It's just quiet. So it's a little concerning when someone's so proud of something and then you don't hear anything from them anymore. So I just want to make sure you guys are good. We're here to support.
I am now a huge proponent of MAGA. And no, I don't mean Make America Great Again. If you're down with that, you can go fuck yourself. I'm talking about Mexicans ain't going anywhere. That's the kind of MAGA I'm talking about. We're going to take back that acronym from that racist, lopsided-eyed freaks on the MAGA side. We're going to make it something better. We're going to make it something that they will hate. They like to do that to all of our acronyms. They like to shorten things down and make it so that it doesn't mean the same thing anymore, like BLM and DEI and all these things. So let's change up MAGA on them. Let's make it Mexicans ain't going anywhere.
It's been, what? It's been like 2 weeks? In 2 weeks, I'm done. You want to talk about regretting your vote? In 2 weeks, I went from the highest high to being unemployed. Lost my job last night, got a phone call. The repercussions of what Elon Musk are doing with the USAID has real repercussions for real people. For the last 7 years, I have been a shift lead on Project Bus, where we study to find out if the wheels on the bus went round around or not. And all of a sudden, Elon, who's not even elected, gets in, and I'm out of a job. What do I tell my family? What do I tell my kids?
Seen what the Arab American group is rebranding themselves as after Trump decided to turn Gaza into the Riviera of the Middle East? Yeah, the Arab Americans for Trump is now going to be Arab Americans for peace. How stupid. How stupid. Like, fool me once, shame on you. Did they not see what he did his first presidency? How he did those no-fly lists and We're banning people from coming into the country and all these different types of things. And you thought he was going to be good for the Middle East? Are you out of your mind? Now, fool you twice, it's a shame on you. You guys helped elect Donald Trump.
Back on November 26th of last year, I made a video at this gas station where gas was $1.79 at the time. It is now February 6th of 2025, a little under a month after DT took office. I'm at that same gas station and it's $2.89, which is 10 cents more than it was back in November, which is crazy because I could have sworn that DT said he was going to lower the prices of gas, not raise them by 10 cents in less than a month. Isn't that what you guys said? That he was going to fix everything and he was going to lower the prices of everything? I mean, I'm living proof. You can go back and watch the video from November 26th of last year. The same exact gas station at the same location was $2.79 and now it's somehow $2.89, 10 cents more. That's interesting. I thought prices were supposed to be going down, not going up.
Show me. Show me where your tax is when he puts these tax cuts in for his billionaire friends. Where do you line up? Do you make less than $360,000 a year? Because if you do, guess what? You're gonna pay more. Guess what all these deportations are doing? Driving up prices. Where do you buy most of your stuff? Look at all those little tags. Most of them are gonna say China or some sort of China, and guess what? 10% tariffs on China. So you're paying more. Not to mention the whole wasting money on freaks. No. Honey, they pay out of pocket, just like your trad wife's gonna have to pay out of pocket for her new boobs when you make her have 1,500 dang kids. Everybody but you. Love you, bye!
America is proof that a society controlled by white supremacists can never work because they just pit us against each other by using race and gender while they are in the background stealing from us and getting away with it because we're too distracted fighting each other.
Hi, so this is a coup. This is a coup. We are experiencing a coup in the United States of America. Donald Trump and Elon Musk are carrying out an auto coup. Like, red alert, folks. This is beyond a constitutional crisis. This is a coup. Wake the fuck up, folks. Let's stop rolling over.
Hamilton, do you like Donald Trump?
From rising inflation to slashed aid programs and unmet promises, it's clear that the consequences are hitting home for many. As we've seen, reality isn't always as rosy as the campaign trail made it seem. As we move forward, one thing remains clear. You F around, you find out. Thanks for tuning in, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe.